Alright guys, this is the build I've been working on. 5x10 single axle trailer, 6.5 gallon a minute, Predator 420 budget build, 225 buffer tank, 35 gallon bleach tank. I just want to do a walkthrough for some of the other newbies getting into the business, and kind of show you how I done mine. I had a little bit of help, or I had a lot of help along the way, matter of fact. But anyway, Predator 420 electric start. I've got it wired to the battery. Down the side, the battery's in the toolbox. But the plumbing for the buffer tank, inline filter here. This valve feeds the pressure washer. This valve feeds the soft wash. That is a drain, so I can drain it out when I'm done, and it goes straight into the pump. 3/4 inch line. It works fine. Unloader, 3/8 bypass going back under and around and up the strap to the tank on a fitting here. This is the water inlet on 3/4 bulkhead on a Hudson float valve on the inside, and I'll show you that in a minute. To the bleach tank, this is just for looks. That's the old tank I use, and to keep from having holes in it, I just left it on there. But everything's strapped down, and I've got a drop stick here with a PVC stick and filter on the bottom, and this is what draws from my soft wash system. And on the bottom, I've got a little drain valve here, just in case I need to fill up a bucket or something. It just sticks out right here. And on the other side is a 1/4 inch chemical injector line, and it runs down the bottom, up and into this 3-way valve here. Now this is here, chemical side goes in, chemical goes out, and if I flip the valve, it's water, and all it does is it's on a drop stick into the tank here. That way when I'm done washing, I can rinse my injector out with fresh water. So simple as a quick turn here. I got this is a dummy line. I got to pull it off, but it's not doing anything. That was my soap line, but I'm mixing my soap in my tank now. So water inlet, chemical inlet, goes into here and here, that's the Stealth proportioner. It works pretty well. But soft wash side, inlet through a filter into the pump, and out the bottom side to the soft wash hose reel. And on the injector side, this is that line that comes out the bottom of that 3-way, comes in here, and this is a Kentucky Wash Pro soap box. It's got a remote valve in there, got remote controls, and it works amazingly. My battery's a little weak, but you just hit a button and you have soap. You hit another button and it's off. You might can hear it closing, but I used it for the first time today and it works amazing, saves a lot of time. But it comes in, goes through the valve, comes out, and I got it run on the back side here, straight on over to my injector, which is right here at the pump. And I can also, if I need to downstream anything other than SH, I can just pop this off, hook another hose up to a bucket on the ground. Got right at 175 foot of hose, DN10 ball valve. That's my gun there. It's not a fancy one, but I got the M5 twist and a Davis shooter tip, J-rod, and turbo nozzle for edging concrete work. But all this is powered by 2 wires that go along the side of the trailer and into the battery. And I bought this little marine fuse panel here, and I just got it hot, negative from the battery, and then there's a ground and hots on these, and I just got each one of these run to this box. So the soft wash pump is going to one fuse, the remote control box is going to another fuse, and that's how that runs. And if there's any problem, I can just pop this cover off, swap the fuse out, you're back running. But on the water inlet side, I got a 100-foot of Flexzilla hose to the buffer tank. Just unroll this, hook to the supply. It goes through a filter here, 3/4 inch line. And like I said, it just goes up the tank into this here. And I'll get up here and show you the float valve on the inside. But anyway, it's down in there on a PVC. I got it set the height I want, so that it doesn't, I don't need 225 gallons. I got mine set, it stops at about 170. But I got 200 and about 20 foot of soft wash hose. That's 1/2 inch Flexzilla on a, this is temporary, but it works. And I'll show you, see these wires, the wires run just down here, they're back there, and they all go into the toolbox here. I have mounted on the tongue of the trailer. Come in here and it's just, you know, spare parts, whatever, blah blah, and a battery. Everything's hooked to there. And when I get ready to charge it, I'm gonna try to do it from the front up here so I can just plug in and charge it. But for right now, my soft wash plug is hooked to that fuse panel. So all I have to do is hook up the other plug and then, you know, a drop cord, and that'll charge the battery too. So for right now, that's what I got working with. Vice, Harbor Freight, like 30 bucks. I got the ladder rack here. These here are come on the trailer when I bought it. I just hadn't removed them, figured I might could use them one day. But the ladder rack was, I think, $110 from Harbor Freight, and it just bolts in. You just drill holes and bolt it up, but it works good. But yeah, this budget build, I don't know the exact price and the exact parts list, but I got a 6-foot whip line from the pump to the reel. But I don't know the exact price of everything, but for the money, it is a beast. 20-inch surface cleaner, I can rock and roll with it now. I was pushing 4 gallons a minute with the 20 and it worked, but I can really roll with it now. But yeah, guys, I put this aluminum floor in it. Just, I thought it looked better. It cost the same as replacing the wood, so that's what I went with. I thought it looked good. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get some signs made, maybe do something on the top or on the tailgate. I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna get some signs made and let it advertise for me a little bit. Agri Supply box here is, I think, $120. But this is kind of messy right now, but I'm gonna clean it up some. But yeah, I still got room up here for spray bottles or extra soap or extra chemicals or whatever, and I still got, I can clean this out a little bit, still have room up here. And I've also got this box here that I'm probably gonna set right up here, and that'll hold, you know, some PPE, respirator, gloves, stuff like that you might need. Just stuff that I don't want to get messed up. But yeah, for any newbies, I recommend this 3-way ball valve. Highly recommend. It makes rinsing and cleaning out your injectors so much easier, and you should be doing that after every rinse or after every wash. Otherwise, you'll be replacing injectors quite often. And I highly recommend the soap box. There are several of them out there. I chose to try Jeremy's Wash Pro, Kentucky Wash Pro box, and he done a jam up job on it. It's clean, it works. I'm very satisfied with that, and it's at a reasonable price. And again, $12 fuse panel here. Everflow 5.5 soft wash pump. Don't skimp on the filters. Make sure you have filters. You want a filter on any inlet to just, it's less problems while you're out on the job. The Stealth Proportioner is what that was. I think it was $199, $200. And like I said, this is a dummy line. I'm gonna plug this. I don't use that anymore. But yeah, so that's a 5x10, and all together I maybe got hose reels, hoses, tanks, wiring, plumbing, all my little parts and accessories, engine. And I maybe got, I think, $5,500 in this maybe. So, it's very cheap to get started. Now, I did all the work myself. I had some help, but I didn't have to pay a shop to do this or anything. So I saved a lot of money there. But for those of you that don't have time to mess with this stuff and just want it done, you may pay a little extra, but doing it yourself, you can have anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000 in a setup like this. And this is in my opinion, a money-making machine. It's ready to rock and roll, and we're gonna see what happens with it. All right, thanks.